Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. There's two kinds of Barneys in the world. One is an obnoxious dinosaur nobody likes to listen to, and the other is purple. This is Barney's Great Adventure. Barney is one of the most fascinating children's icons who ever existed. Not because he had much lasting value for kids or adults, but because of the raw, undiluted hatred everybody had for him. Unless you were somewhere between the ages of 1 and 5, chances are you despise this early 90s educational phenomenon. Everywhere you looked, you either saw Barney or someone making fun of Barney. There was no one who saw him as just okay. You either liked him as a little kid or loathed him at every other age. It was kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this lumpy prune with mouthguard teeth too, but it wasn't until recently I started asking myself, why? I mean, it's for little kids. We don't find ourselves getting this upset at Sesame Street, Dora, Super Y, or Word Girl, but something about Barney just ignited a fire within most viewers who had little kids and were forced to watch it. Hell, even people without little kids found themselves repulsed by his ability to delight toddlers. Yeah, it is weird that we got so angry at this. What's the best way to figure out why he irked people so much? Well, clearly is to be irked for an hour and a half checking out his 1998 cinematic dino dropping. So let's really take a look at why this dead-eyed Mr. Eggplant Head really got under people's skin. Though I think it's safe to say we all have better things to do, let's willingly take a look at Barney's Great Adventure. I can't believe I actually said those words out loud.
It's so nice to have a shower after a long car trip.
So looking at this Isaurus after all these years, it is hitting me with more clarity why it's so easy to dislike him. One of the biggest reasons? He's creepy looking! When you compare him to, say, Disney characters or the Muppets, who spent years trying to perfect their designs, you can start to tell why. First off, the eyes. They're the most expressive part of the face, so either making them very large and complex or smaller and simpler can make a big difference. Barney's eyes are both big in the wrong way and small in the wrong way. The actual size of his eyes are tiny, but not simple enough to leave a gentle impact. Yet his pupils are huge and literally glassy, always looking dead, stoned, or possessed by Yoshi Satan. On top of that, his weird-ass teeth. Again, Disney and the Muppets rarely incorporated that much dental unless they wanted them to look intentionally weird. You probably noticed a big smile with a lot of teeth often comes across as domineering or even a little scary. Heck, just look at this asshole. And not making them sharp, if anything, kinda makes it even more creepy. Remember when Sonic had normal-looking teeth? Remember when sharks were photoshopped with normal teeth? It didn't help anything, it just made shit scarier. So before Barney even says a word, you're already put off by him. But books and covers and all that, maybe his personality has more charm than I remember.
Towel, please.
Well, Barney bathing naked in front of little kids is certainly a good start.
Real dinosaurs don't laugh. Because there aren't any real dinosaurs anymore.
Oh.
You know, maybe that's another big factor. I mean, that kid just insulted Barney, and all he did was laugh. Which for some characters could work, but for Barney, you know he's just gonna be happy, and that's it. And believe it or not, even for little kids, that's not very relatable. Think about why other children's icons stayed with you, because they showed they were more than one emotion. Mr. Rogers could talk about sad things like death, depression, difficult emotions.
What does assassination mean?
Big Bird could feel awful when he finds out he's never gonna see someone ever again.
When people die, they don't come back. Ever?
It's not just one emotion a great children's character can express. It's a gamut of emotions that all kids feel.
To understand those feelings and to better respond to them is what I feel is a most important task in our world.
Barney would never feel sad or angry or confused. He was just happy all the time, which after a while comes across as phony and even kind of shallow. And don't get me wrong, I know it's weird to analyze something meant for like little kids, but part of this analysis is figuring out why everyone else hated him so much. Part of that may be because we remember relating to other kids' media because it taught us how emotions and conflict work as well as numbers and letters. And all they had to do was simply have more than one emotion. Imagine Barney having any other emotion other than happy. It would be crazy because neither his physical nor emotional design support it. He couldn't have the conversations they had on Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers because there was so little to him. Imagine if they did, it'd just turn out insane.
Hey kids, what does assassination mean? Is that when someone gets killed in a surprise way? That's what happened, you know. That man killed that other man.
I can't even keep going, it's just too uncomfortable to process. Yet Daniel Tiger, a sock puppet, does it, and it feels more genuine because he isn't obnoxiously happy all the time. Kids can process their emotions as well as information without even knowing they're doing it. And Barney flat out rejects that. All of that, in my opinion, is why he gets on so many people's nerves. Wow, that's impressive. Only a minute of him being on screen and I've figured out why he's such a pain in the ass to everyone. Well, I guess I don't need to finish the rest of the movie and...
Wait, you still have an hour of movie to cover.
But I just found out why you were so annoying. And surprisingly, knowing that doesn't make you any easier to watch.
Come on, don't make me quote other serious subjects that shows better than me covered.
Oh, come on, it can't be that awkward.
You mean Mr. Hooper died and he's never coming back? Ever? Why not? Why won't he ever come back?
Okay, God! Your lack of emotional diversity is terrifying!
Oh, good.
I weep for you.
Good, because I can't. Kill me.
Maybe Barney would have turned out better if he actually had a good sense of humor. And the dinosaur could use help too.
He's a nostalgia critic, and he's going to remember that.
Love you, Dad.